Picture this. You walk out of the dealership, keys in your hand, new car in the lot. You feel like you won. The salesman shook your hand. The finance manager smiled. Of course they did. Because you just signed a piece of paper that's going to cost you $40,000 more than the car is worth. And you have no idea you signed it. I sat in those finance offices. I watched the manager pull up your credit score before you even walked in the door. I saw the script they're trained to read, word for word, to keep your eyes locked on one number, the monthly payment. Because if they can keep your eyes on that one number, they hide everything else. The interest rate, the loan term, the 4 packages you didn't ask for, the trade-in they shaved 15% off the top of, all hidden, behind one comfortable monthly number, $40,000. That's what the average buyer overpays across one new car loan in 2026 when they fall for this trap. The average loan is now 80 months, 6.5 years, at 9%, on a car that loses 40% of its value in 3. And the worst part, every step of this trap is legal. One rule before we go in. I'm not going to tell you not to finance a car. Most people have to. What I am going to do is walk you through every trap door in that finance office in the exact order they spring on you. So next time, you see the script before they read it. Let's open the first door. Door number 1, the monthly payment shuffle. You walk in and tell them you're looking to spend, let's say, $35,000. The salesman doesn't ask you about budget. He doesn't ask about cash down. He asks one question. What kind of monthly payment are you comfortable with? That question is not innocent. It is a trained extraction tool. The moment you answer, let's say $600 a month, they have everything they need. Because here's what you don't know. They can hit any monthly payment you name. Any of them. They just stretch the loan term until the math works. You wanted $600 a month on a $35,000 car? Easy. They put you in a $45,000 car on an 84-month loan at 9.5%. $600 a month, just like you asked. Edmunds confirmed this in their Q1 2026 report. The average new car loan in America is now 80 months, and 21% of buyers in the fourth quarter of 2025 signed loans of 84 months or more, 7 years, on a car that's worth less than what you owe on it for the first 5. Inside rule: never answer the monthly payment question. The only correct answer is, I'll let you know what I can afford after we agree on the price of the car. Watch their face change. That's how you close door 1. Door number 2, the trade-in lowball. You drove up in your old car. You think it's worth $15,000. You checked KBB. You feel ready. The appraiser walks out with a clipboard, spends 4 minutes circling your car, pops the hood, closes it, walks back inside. 20 minutes later, the salesman comes out and says, "Good news, we can give you $11,000. $11,000. On a car worth $15,000. That $4,000 gap is not an accident. Inside the industry, it has a name: the reconditioning haircut. The appraiser writes down every flaw, prices in the cost to recondition for resale, then doubles it, hands it to you as the trade value. They will sell your car next week for $16,000. You gave them $11,000. That's a $5,000 profit on a car they hadn't owned for an hour. And here's what should worry every buyer right now. Edmunds reported in March of 2026, the average negative equity on a trade just hit $7,214, all-time record. Nearly 30% of new car buyers are underwater on their trade. A third of the people walking into a dealership right now are already trapped before they sit down. Inside rule: get 3 written trade quotes before you walk in. CarMax, Carvana, a competing dealer. Show them the highest one. Watch the appraisal magically improve. Door number 3, the 4-square worksheet. A piece of paper divided into 4 boxes. Trade value in one corner, down payment in another, vehicle price in the third, and monthly payment, big, bold, circled in pen, in the fourth. It is designed to do one thing: let the salesman manipulate 3 of those 4 numbers in real time while keeping your eyes locked on whichever one feels good to you. You want a lower monthly payment? They raise the loan term. You want more for your trade? They raise the price of the car. You want a smaller down payment? They raise the interest rate. Every box you push down, another box pops up. By the time you've negotiated all 4, you've negotiated nothing. You've just rearranged the same $10,000 of dealer profit. Consumer Reports flagged this exact tactic in February of 2025. They specifically identified the Foursquare as a tactic designed to hide loan term and trade value manipulation behind the comfort of a monthly payment. Their words. Inside rule. When that worksheet comes out, you ask one question. Can we negotiate the out-the-door price first, before we talk payment, trade, or financing? If they say no, you walk. And one more thing. Never let them take your driver's license or your keys just to make a copy. That's Door 3's enforcement mechanism. They take your keys so you can't leave easily. You say no, every time. Quick pause. If you're heading into a dealership in the next 30 days, grab the free Mr. Car Insider Field Manual in the description. It has the exact scripts for every door, the line items to cross off, the questions to ask before you sign anything. It's free. Link is below. It's saved viewers tens of thousands. Now, before we open doors 4 and 5, stay with me. There is one pattern that connects every trap in this video. Once you see it, you'll never sit in a finance office the same way again. Look at the 3 doors we've opened. The monthly payment shuffle, the trade-in lowball, the Foursquare worksheet. Different tactics, different rooms, different people running them. They have one thing in common. Every single one is designed to put you in a hurry. The salesman says, "This offer is only good today." The finance manager says, "I have another customer waiting." The appraiser says the trade value will drop tomorrow. The system is built to compress your decision-making window from days down to minutes, because they know that the longer you sit with the numbers, the more obvious the trap becomes. Here is the rule that breaks every door. Never sign anything the same day you walked in. Tell them you need 24 hours. Take the worksheet home. Run the numbers. Call your credit union. Get pre-approved before you ever go back. The car will be there tomorrow. The financing will be there tomorrow. Their urgency is the trap. Now let's open the most expensive doors in the building. Door number 4, the protection stack. You've negotiated the price. You've handled the trade. The salesman walks you down a hallway to a separate office. New person, better suit, friendlier smile. That's the finance manager. His only job is to add $4,000 to $7,000 of pure profit to your deal in the next 20 minutes. The menu always looks the same. Extended warranty, gap insurance, paint and fabric protection, tire and wheel coverage, key replacement, theft etch. Some of those have value. Most are pure profit. Here's the inside number. According to industry data published in 2026, dealer markup on extended warranties is typically 50% or more of retail. A $4,000 warranty costs the dealer $2,000. The other $2,000 goes straight into the dealership's pocket. And it gets worse. The finance and insurance department, F&I, now represents 25% of the entire dealership's gross profit, up from 15% in 2009. The car itself isn't where dealers make money anymore. The finance office is. Gap insurance. Get it from your auto insurer for 1/10 the price. Extended warranty. Buy direct from the manufacturer at 1/3 of the cost after 30 days of ownership. Paint protection, fabric protection, theft etch. Say no. Every time. Pure margin. The line you say in that office is one sentence. "I'm declining all add-ons. Please present the contract for the vehicle only." Watch the smile change. Door number 5. The rate markup. When the dealer pulls your credit and submits your loan application, they don't get one rate back from the lender. They get what's called a buy rate, the rate the lender will actually accept based on your credit. Then the dealer adds a markup on top, and that markup goes into the dealer's pocket. The lender approved you at 6.5%. The dealer tells you 9%. That 2.5% gap? Across an 80-month loan on $45,000? Over $6,000 of pure dealer profit. For typing a different number on a screen. And before the comments explode, hear me out. This is documented. This is federal. In 2015, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the Department of Justice settled with American Honda Finance Corporation specifically over this practice. The settlement capped dealer markup at 1.25% to 2.25%. Look it up. CFPB versus American Honda Finance Corp., July 2015. It's public. The federal government had to step in and limit how much dealers were allowed to mark up your interest rate. Because the practice was so abusive, it required federal enforcement, and the cap is still 2.25%. Today, in 2026, dealers are still legally allowed to add over 2% to your rate. Inside rule: get pre-approved by your credit union before you walk in. When the dealer presents a finance offer, you say one sentence: "My credit union approved me at X%. Beat it or I'll use them." Watch the rate magically drop a full point. They were going to keep that point. You just took it back. 5 doors. Here's how to close every one. Door 1. Never name a monthly payment first. Negotiate the out-the-door price. Door 2. Get 3 written trade quotes before you walk in. Door 3. Refuse the Foursquare. Negotiate one number at a time. Never give them your keys. Door 4. Decline every add-on in the F&I office. Buy Gap from your insurer. Buy your warranty direct from the manufacturer. Door 5. Get pre-approved by your credit union. Force the dealer to beat it. Do those 5 things and you'll save somewhere between $8,000 and $40,000 on your next car. $8,000 on the low end, $40,000 on the high end. That's not exaggeration. That is the gap between an informed buyer and an uninformed one. And here's the truth nobody else will say out loud. The finance office is not your friend. The salesman is not your friend. The appraiser is not your friend. They are all paid commission to maximize the gap between what the car costs them and what you pay. Every dollar of that gap is your money. You don't have to be an expert to win in that room. You just have to be patient, be willing to walk, and be willing to take 24 hours. That alone breaks every trap door in the building. Drop in the comments, which door cost you the most? Or which one are you about to walk into next week? I read every reply. And if this just saved you from a 5-figure mistake, hit subscribe. I bring the inside information. You bring the willingness to use it. Now, you know how the trap works. The next question is, which cars are dealers most desperate to push you into right now? I made the video on the 10 cars dealers literally cannot sell in 2026, the unsold inventory crisis nobody is talking about. Those are the cars where every door in this video slams the hardest. Watch it next. I'm Mr. Car Insider, and I'll see you in that one.